Peace and light, that old guy Australia, coming to you from the beautiful, gorgeous sunny south coast of New South Wales. Late afternoon, going to head for a fish. Saw a big patch of salmon on the beach this morning. Now, I've had a weekend of social engagements, as most of you know. But what really got to me was the fact that I had to speak to a lot of people. I mean, lots of people. And I made a point of doing it because I like people. And but it's interesting the comments you get. Now, I had everything from the usual suspects, which is like, oh my God, thank God I've got this, because I didn't have this, I would have been really sick or in hospital or dead or whatever. To all the bloody people who are in hospital are those who don't have this, and if they had this, they wouldn't be in there. And I'm like, wow. This is the ignorance that's displayed and the lack of knowledge that's portrayed and the way the media coerces and the way the media lies to ensure that the true narrative and the truth never gets out there. I mean, people believe this shit. And I'll tell you what struck me really, really quickly. Here's what struck me. That people will put the TV on and be wandering around and doing housework, whatever they want to do. Who knows, having a few beers, sitting back or whatever. They'll have the telly on, they'll sit there like numb nuts for hours and hours and hours with the telly going, and it'll just pour its content and program them, vocalising into the house, latest viral updates and whatever. And it'll just program them, but they won't sit and watch one thing with you that will negate what they're saying. They won't do it. They'll say, hey, how about a video by the world's greatest scientist, the man who is the most peer-reviewed scientist in history, a man whose peer-reviewed works are used to peer-review other scientists. What about him? Do you reckon he'd know what he's talking about? What about the guy that invented mRNA? You reckon he'd know what he's talking about? What do you want to hear what he's got to say? What would you think if he told you that what you're believing is a lie? What would you say? Would you be willing to watch it? And they go, no, I'd rather watch, Channel 7 Newsreader. That's quite astonishing. I had another guy say to me, I said, the fourth, the mandating in WA, it'll be here soon. And he goes, oh, well, that's just what it takes to keep your job now. I mean, that's the level of resilience that's not there. That's the level of sheepleness that people have going on in their lives now, where it's just this acceptance. Or you're rebelling, and I'm happy to say there's so many rebelling. Met that lovely couple from South Africa. Woohoo! Had a great talk with them. I mean, it's just awesome. When I come across people who are just feisty and have freedom as their soul, it just spurs me on. It gives me that kind of worthiness in what I'm doing. It goes, yeah, Owen, strive hard. Don't worry about the ones who go, oh, well, it's just another one you got to do to get your job. Don't worry about them. You're fighting for them. They're either going to survive or they're not. But either way, you're still fighting for them. But Wedgling, the universe says that there's millions and millions and millions of you out there. And here's another one which is crossing your path. And I go, whoa. We sat and we sit and we chat and we discuss information and we share information, and it's just brilliant. I love it. I go, yep. So I had a discussion with someone about the local voting here in Eden Monaro, and got them onto IMOP, and fantastic. I love the IMOP I think it's Tony McLennan, the IMOP candidate down here in Eden Monaro. Got to support the local ones. I don't care who you put, so long as last is Greens, second last is Labor, third last is the Liberal Party. They can't form a majority. They won't get the preferences, they can't form a majority. We need to have a hung parliament. It's the only way we can stop them pushing through these mandates and pushing through evil legislation. That old guy Australia on a beautiful, Tuesday afternoon. It was a big wedding. It thrust me. It took me till this morning to get over it. It was, what can I say? I'm not 20 anymore, so these things tend to hang around a little longer than necessary. That old guy Australia, heading off to catch some salmon on the beautiful south coast here of New South Wales. Take it easy, we'll catch you on the flip side.